All right, so the third shot drop, or just the drop. It could be the fifth shot drop. It's just a drop, really, but we know it as the third shot drop. Right, now, let's just go into that first and foremost, the technique. The technique, so you know how to dink. If not, I can link this for you, but let's go through the quick things when it comes to dinking. No, not a big backswing. We want to hit it out in front, not a big backswing. That's what we want to do, and a loose grip. Here are our first few things. Loose grip, 3 out of 10. 10 being vice grip, 0 being nothing. 3 out of 10 because it's a finesse stroke. A dink. Now, remember, I'm teaching you the dink, which is exactly the same as a drop, virtually, right? So, we're going to have an exaggerated follow through. We don't want to just poke at it. So, follow through like this. Hit it out in front of you. You want your body behind the ball. Hit it out in front, not a big backswing. So, and we're going to hit it out in front. That's basically the elements of a dink. Loose grip, like this, okay? At its most basic level, it's like that. You ever played cornhole? Same deal. You ever thrown a ball underarm? Same deal. So if I was going to throw a ball to you, you know how to dink, right? Same deal. Look at this. That's it, right? Loose grip, just like that. Now, if I was to go back further, so let's say I'm at the kitchen line, if I got another ball, I do have another ball. So now, let's change the dink to a drop. Let's go back a couple of steps. All right, I'm still dinking, it's just a bit further away. So, the same thing. Loose grip, hit it out in front. I'm not going to poke, I'm going to lift it up like this. No big backswing, same deal, okay? That's it. And you keep walking back. That's all it is. A drop is simply at its most basic level. So if you were to practice that, and I'm going to show you how we can do a practice called a slinky drill, that's how we're going to do it. So you're just going to what I want you to have is not have this mindset, oh my God, it's a drop, it's really difficult. No. All of those elements I've just taught you. All right, and then we're going to go back and the same thing, because you need to be loose, you need to have a loose grip, but you need to be loosey-goosey. You can't be all tense and try and do a finesse shot. This is about feel and touch. And it's just remember, you can dink. You know how to dink. We're just going back a bit further and we're doing the same thing. We're going to go back a bit further and doing exactly the same thing. Dinking like this. I'm going to go into a couple more things about it as we get further back, but all I want you to remember from right now is you're going to do your dink movement. Movement at the shoulder, hit it out in front, follow through, loose grip. That's what we're doing. Remember, there's no wrist movement. The elbow, if it's straight or it's bent, but it's not an elbow movement. So movement from the shoulder, loose grip, not a big backswing, and that's it. And just keep moving back like that. So just think as a dink is just a drop from further back, because that's exactly what it is. So what I want to do is just talk about your footwork when it comes to doing a drop. If you don't have time, you're going to just have to do it as much as possible, body behind the ball, to try and do it. But the further you get back, the more you want to do, just like you would with a forehand, for example, is have that left foot forward. So you're going to do this movement with your left foot forward. Now, it's not going to be, if it comes back at you really fast, you're not perhaps going to be in position, so you just have to do what you can. But if you've got time, the ideal thing to do is wait for it to come down. So the apex of the ball, so it bounces, it comes up, and as it's coming down, that's taking a whole lot of the spin off it, and it's the easiest way to hit it. So the ball's coming, it bounces. When it comes up, when it comes back down, that's your best opportunity to hit it. As it's coming back down, that's when you want to hit it out in front. All the other things still apply, but if you can get your left foot in front, that's what you want to be doing. The opposite with your right foot, have the right foot in front. Now, as I say, this comes back to you really quickly. You're not going to have time to do that. But as I say, in an ideal world, if you've got plenty of time, you want to have it like that. You want your body to remember things, so it remembers your forehand like that, remembers your backhand, okay? Same deal with this. Like I say, when you're at the net, when you're doing, say, dinks, for example, you don't have time to be doing all of this footwork. So as you get back further, if you've got time, ideally you want to have your left foot in front. Now, you'll be taught that, but you can't do that all the time. Because if I do a drop there and it's too big and he smashed it, well, then it comes here and I want to do another drop. it's here. I don't have time to do that. But as I say, in an ideal world, that's what you're aiming for, right? No big backswing, same things apply, but getting that left foot in front like that for your forehand. So opposite sides, right? Just like you would the forehand. Your ideal world, you're going closed stance and forehand like that. Same thing, like that. Because the other advantage of this is then you can go in and you're moving forward towards the kitchen. Same with this. You do backhand, it comes in, you want to do a drop like that. So you drop and then you move forward like that. Okay, so just keep those in mind. If you've got time, left foot forward for your forehand. So opposite, right? Opposite side. And that's what you want to do as well. So the footage you've been seeing with me hitting here is the slinky drill. And what it simply is, you start with your partner at the kitchen and they're going to hit them back to you, and you hit, say, 2 shots, and then when you get 2 shots in, you take a step or 2 back, and you keep going all the way back. So it's 2 shots, and then when you do that, you take another step back, roughly like that. You can make it 3 shots and then take a step back, whatever, and then you make your way forward again. So the elements are just trying it and different. So now I'm coming back in. So you're getting used to doing your drops at different areas in the court, from mid-court right at the baseline. So you're getting used to judging how far you have to go. So as I say, you get 2 over the net. Now if you hit one into the net or hit it out, what have you, you just start where you are or continue where you are. You know, if you want to, you could go back to the very start, whatever you like, right? Your rules. But that's the elements of it. You hit a couple and then you take a step back, get all the way to the baseline and then make your way forward. And you can repeat that. Now there are other ways you can do it from cross court. You can do exactly the same thing. Doing cross court, I'm just going center to center, as you can see here. But of course you can do cross court, which you're about to see here. So now I'm doing it from the forehand side and taking it across there. So you're getting used to, if you're going to do a 3rd shot drop, to that cross court area there. And then of course you do the other side, the backhand side. And same thing. Of course from here, I'm just starting from the baseline, I'm coming in. You can start at the kitchen and then go back out. But I'm just simply showing you the elements of it. So this really gives you a good way to drill your drops so that you're doing them from all different parts of the court. And I'm getting fed these nice and easily. You can get them harder, all that sort of thing. So that gives you a good idea. It's a great drill.